Welcome back to part 2 of our interview on the red couch.
I really love, you have, I don't know how you figured it out, but you formed this incredibly, seemingly simple idea that I think is so brilliant about how you affect people, or how you can affect people. Every interaction can be either, well, you tell me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm a very visual person, and I like things to be clear and simple. And so a number of years ago, I created this, I call it the 3-column chart, because it has a minus column, a 0 column, and a plus column. And down below, it says your choice in any interaction. So any interaction, whether it's in the grocery store, at the toll booth, you know, people that you meet along the way, or in your workplace, that when you interact with them, you can either discount them, make them feel less important than you or the organization, and they'll leave with the minus.
Right.
If you just take care of their business, and I call these people slot fillers, you know, they come in, they do just enough to get by, the clock strikes, and they're out the door.
Yeah.
It's really a 0. But every time you make what I call a human level connection that says, I see you, you know, I see you as a human being, a valuable human being, you leave that person with a plus. So they're a little better because they interacted with you. And that's your choice, you know, in every interaction.
So how, I mean, can it be simple? Can it be just like using the person's name?
Absolutely. Eye contact, a compliment. I tell about going into the washroom at O'Hare Airport when I lived in Chicago, and there was a person there cleaning who was just kind of all hunched over and just barely going through the motions. So I walked up, touched her on the arm, looked her right in the eyes. I said, thank you so much for keeping this washroom clean. You're really making a difference for all of us who travel. And she just lit up, and she started cleaning like this.
Cleaning up higher than
exactly. And by the time I got ready to go, she was handing towels out to all the women who were washing their hands. And I left with tears in my eyes, because that cost me nothing. But what did I tell her in that one statement?
How meaningful she was.
She counted for something.
And you gave her a total plus.
Yeah. And we, you know, it's so much fun to live your life this way, because as you connect with people, it's like watching a flower bloom. You know, people just come alive.
Yeah.
So I have a zillion stories about that to tell, but it's a wonderful way to live your life. There's a wonderful Mother Teresa quote that's become a philosophy of life for me that I use with that model, that says, be kind and merciful. Let no one ever come to you without coming away better and happier. So let no one ever come to your organization, come to your family, come to your home, come to the red couch, you know, without coming away a little better and a little happier.
I love that. That's really beautiful. I'm really struck because I don't think I've ever met anyone that speaks as much. I don't think there is anyone, maybe.
Oh, I'm sure there is.
But that is so, I feel like, it's funny, even when I watch your videos, I feel like this is a person that is really kind and really genuine. And you're a very lovable person.
Oh, well, thank you.
Really
Not always, though. My assistant back there can tell you that. Or my kids. But I do work hard at it.
But people, you know, public speaking is the #1 fear for many people, right up there with death.
You know what? I'm really very shy. I know that's probably hard to believe, but I am shy.
I can't believe it.
However, I think the difference is when you have a passion for something that you believe in, that you want to share, that takes the fear away. I mean, Ken Blanchard has become a good friend. His definition of ego is edging God out.
Oh, right.
And I feel like this is a gift that I've been given, and along with that comes an awesome responsibility. Now, if I thought I was up there, last week I spoke a couple weeks ago to about 4,000 people. If I thought it was just Barbara Glanz standing up there taking the time of all these people, I'd probably be scared too. But I know that I'm there for a reason, and I'm not there alone. I'm just the messenger. I'm very, very, very clear about that. So when you get your ego out of it, and realize that you are a messenger, that you've been given a gift, and then do your homework. I work very hard. So it's really important to do your homework. But then one of my speaker friends, a very famous man, told me when I first started out, it's okay to have butterflies. You just have to teach them to fly in formation.
I like that.
Isn't that cool? Yeah.
I mean, were you always comfortable, though?
If I knew what I was talking about and had a passion for it.
Yeah.
You know, now if you asked me to speak on baseball, I couldn't do well at all. But if I have a passion for it, and I think that's the key, keeping your ego out and doing your homework and then making sure that you really are passionate about your subject.
Yeah. Well, I have been very inspired by you in many, many ways.
Oh, thank you. I'm just the messenger, though.
Well, I appreciate your delivering the message so clearly. I've been thinking about spreading contagious enthusiasm since I met you.
Oh, good.
And
Good.
I wanted to spread a little with some chocolate.
Oh, what a great way.
So I got you a little.
Thank you.
And I also got a little present for my director, Maggie, who I love very, very much. And I'm wondering if Maggie would like to come and get her chocolate.
Well, yay, Maggie, you're getting a plus today. Thank you.
Love you, sweetie.
You're so sweet.
Thank you. She makes a huge difference in my life. And I was thinking, well, I need to do something that you're talking about.
Nice. And I will thoroughly enjoy that.
You know, you have a quote that I've heard you end with. I think it's Og Mandino. Mm-hmm. Would you mind sharing it?
Sure. I end every presentation with this quote. And it is his rule number 10 for a better way to live. And he says this: beginning today, treat everyone you meet, loved one or stranger, friend or foe, as if they were going to be dead at midnight. Extend to each person you meet, no matter how trivial the contact, all the care and the kindness and the understanding and the love that you can muster. And do so with no thought of any reward. Your life will never be the same again. And I hope that the people in our audience will have gotten some ideas that their lives will never be the same again.
Well, thank you. It's hard not to be touched by meeting you.
Thank you. Well, you're a blessing, and the program is a blessing to many, many people I know.
Thank you very much for being with us.
You're welcome.
Thank you for joining us
On the Red Couch.